Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're continuing with our Southern Utah Thunderbirds Dynasty here. This is This Week in Conference USA for week number 6, and that is the week of the Marshall drubbing. We're going to start off in Norfolk, Virginia. Old Dominion taking on the Florida International Panthers. FIU is our opponent next week, so we are taking a special interest in this game. FIU and ODU tied at 7 starting the second quarter here. Old Dominion has it. Screen pass to the left side is going to get points on the board. Ben Marshall, a 19-yard touchdown reception for the Monarchs. And ODU surprisingly out to a 17-7 lead, and they strike again. Noah Ellison. And Old Dominion is up 24-7 at the halftime break. Old Dominion winless on the season, and Florida International undefeated. ODU again, corner of the end zone, and Old Dominion starting to run away with this football game. 31-7 early in the third quarter. FIU would fight back though. Malik Tyson, the quarterback for Florida International, deep down the seam. Cuts the lead to 31-15 with the 2-point conversion. Florida International with it again, though. And this time it is picked off, and it will be housed by Brickhouse. Florida International would score a few more times. They end up losing 38-29 on the road to Old Dominion. So Florida International falls to 3-1. 1-1 in Conference USA, and Old Dominion, first win of the season. They're 1-4, 1-1 in Conference USA. To Oklahoma we go. Tulane and Tulsa, two programs, by the way, which will not be in Conference USA next season. They will move on to the American Conference, and that'll bring our conference down to 14 teams, 7 in each division instead of 8. Tulane up early. Tulsa fights back with the touchdown, but they miss the PAT. 18-6, Tulane with the lead now. 4:14 to go in the third. Pass out into the flat is picked off by a Tulsa linebacker. And that cuts the lead. Tulsa would ultimately come back to win the game 19-18. And the Golden Hurricane get the win over rival Tulane. The Green Wave fall to 3-2, 1-1 in Conference USA. Tulsa 2-2, 1-0 in Conference USA. Tulsa's in our division. Tulane is in the other division. Middle Tennessee at North Texas from Denton, Texas. The Mean Green looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-2. Facing the Blue Raiders. Middle Tennessee up 17-7. Again, Middle Tennessee was favored to win Conference USA when the season started. Play action, pass over the middle. Marcus Crum with the touchdown from John Urzua. And Middle Tennessee out 24-7. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Here's the run up the middle, dodging defenders. And Danny Bailey, 41 yards, finds pay dirt. And the Blue Raiders win 31-13 in Denton. So North Texas will continue to look for their first win of the season. Middle Tennessee off to a good conference start, winning their first conference game. North Texas falls to 0-2 in the conference. Louisiana Tech on the road at Texas San Antonio from the Alamo Dome. Louisiana Tech looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-3. Have not played a conference game yet, though, as they take on the Roadrunners. UTSA up 3-0 early in the game. And Javonte Woodward on the long touchdown pass puts La Tech out in front by a score of 7-3. Later in the game, Bulldogs leading 24-13. And John Randall Belton from 3 yards out, the quarterback runs it in for the touchdown. Louisiana Tech gets the win 34-20 over UTSA. So Louisiana Tech goes to 1-0 in conference. UTSA falls to 1-1 and 1-3 on the season. We play UTSA after we play FIU. All right, final Conference USA game of the weekend. Florida Atlantic hosting Weber State. FAU already leading 7-0, and they score again. Devin Singletary with a 2-yard touchdown run for the Owls. And they go up 14-0 later in the game with FAU up 17-0 just before the end of the first half. A broken coverage or something. But right down the middle of the field goes James Brunson, an 82-yard touchdown. Reception from Daniel Parr. And Florida Atlantic routs Weber State 34-12. FAU 1-0 in conference. Weber State falls to 0-2 with the loss in Boca Raton. Let's look at the standings. In the West Division, Tulsa, UTEP, both 1-0. UTSA is 1-1. Nobody else has a win in the West Division. We are 0-1 in fourth place. Weber State, Rice, North Texas, and New Mexico State are all 0-2. So we are definitely in the weaker of the two divisions, it looks like. And so if we can make it through these first few games, FIU is a good team. Marshall is a really good team. After that, we only play division teams to finish out the season. And this division is not looking all that tough right now. Rice was predicted to win the division, and they are 0-2 and 1-4 overall. Out in the East, Marshall, Florida Atlantic is 2-0. Southern Miss and Middle Tennessee and Louisiana Tech are all 1-0. Old Dominion, Florida International, and Tulane are all 1-1. So there's not a single team in the East Division of Conference USA that is winless in the conference. So all teams with a conference win. Definitely a stronger division than the West. And like I said, we just played Marshall. They drubbed us pretty good. Up next we have FIU. They're 1-1 in conference, but they're 3-1 overall. And they'll definitely be a challenge for us. It is on the road in Miami. So that is the game that will come up next. The episode that will be next, episode 76, will be Southern Utah at Florida International here on Southern Utah Thunderbirds Dynasty on Mama's Basement.